Hey, Drone Shots, how you going? Everybody doing Saturday evening? Drone Shot says he's doing good. That's wonderful. I don't know where my buddy Joe is, but maybe he'll show up. Hopefully. I don't know why all of a sudden I've been getting ads over here on this camera, River Cam. It's strange, but it is what it is. So we'll see if anybody shows up. Maybe I'm being boycotted. I don't know. I've often said I don't know how long I can keep this up, but a lot of people like to be here, so I follow through. Okay. Oh, here comes Joe.
What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Ed's here. Make co-host. Yes. Hey, Ed, how's it going?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon and good evening. It depends upon where you are.
Yep.
Joe, did you go fly or do anything today?
I was going fly. The wind, it's windy, it's overcast, it's kind of nasty looking. I went to check on the car that my daughter and them messed up. I
Yeah,
get there and they're at Disney on Ice. And what aggravates me is the fact that they can't pay their bills and they got to borrow money from me, but they go to Disney on Ice. You know, so that told me a lot today.
yeah.
Well, Good
Hey,
afternoon.
Johnny. Johnny
Good
says,
afternoon,
hi,
Sky
Joe.
Fly, Drone shots. Johnny, good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah, Joel, Johnny,
Johnny says it's
Jody.
raining. It's
Joel,
raining.
Johnny, and Jody. How about that, huh?
Johnny says it's raining where he is right now, Joe.
Oh no, 3 J's?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got Joe, Jody, Joel, and Johnny.
4 J's.
Yeah. Now all we need is Justin. Keep going.
There you go.
Good afternoon, East Coast.
Do we have Justin? Come on, Justin. Do we have Justin? No. I said no. I'm not talking to you.
Uh-oh,
Go lay down.
Johnny said it's storming over there. Is it lightning?
Oh.
Well, it's supposed to get that way.
Well, we were supposed to have that at 11 o'clock this morning. They said we're gonna have it last night. Then they said we're gonna have it this morning. So I bet you they're mad. All that produce they had to give away that they spent all this money on.
I can imagine they must be
You know,
not
they
very
have
happy
got to be
about it.
mad.
Yeah.
Because yesterday they were showing 18-wheelers dropping back, going up to harvest, the food harvest place, giving them 70,000 pounds of cabbage.
Wow.
There'll be a lot of people fighting in New Orleans, boy.
Cabbage soup, you know?
Johnny, he went to
Yeah.
vote for me, right, Joe? You voted for me, right?
Yeah.
Stop. Stop. You be good Booner. You're not going anywhere. Just be a good boy.
He says, let me out. Let me out.
Well, he's been fed already, so that's out of the way.
That's what he was doing, thanking you.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, what are you doing? You gonna come on here or what? Come on here and supervise Joe.
I voted by mail. Yeah, I voted by mail about a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Voted for what?
They got all kinds of things around here. Tax reparations and all this other stuff.
All kinds of
right.
tax stuff and okay.
Most of it don't even belong to me. Oh, Lord.
There he comes. There's Johnny.
Okay.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, how you doing, Johnny?
Well, I'm
Yes,
just sitting
sir.
here watching the rain now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Joe's you've made Joe's day because his personal hero, which is you. He said that
Oh,
before.
Lord help me. Oh, Paul lies a lot, don't
I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
He's so tickled to death you're here.
That ain't what I heard just now. He was talking about me.
he? Yeah, it was.
Well, he doesn't want you to know what he really feels. You know how he is. He's always damning the Neo, but yet he flies it.
Yeah. That's his favorite
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah, but he was to throw it out there in the water, you know. But
Hey, Paulie, maybe he flew it this afternoon in his house.
Oh yeah.
Joe,
only thing I would do is I went to Taco Bell today and got some Taco Bell.
did you go vote, Joe? You got to go vote.
I mailed it in.
Mail?
Yeah, I get all the mail-in ballots.
Man, look at the rain.
Holy, look at your grass, so
Right.
nice and green.
What's the temperature there, Johnny?
I don't know. Let's see.
Probably in the
75.
70s.
75.
Yeah, because we're 77.
Howdy.
Dominic.
Hello, Dominic.
Hi, Johnny.
Hey, Dominic.
Dominic, what's
Joe.
up, Dominic?
Hi, Ed.
Hello.
I'm glad you're here, Dominic. Joe was talking about you.
Good afternoon, Mark, or good evening.
Here you go, Joe. Here you go, Joe. Look, I made a new one.
Oh,
Okay. That's good.
And then we put it in script.
Yeah, I think I'd rather block.
Yeah, I like the block better. Hey, look at my truck, Joe. I need a bigger truck.
Yeah.
oh,
Definitely.
lucky. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
And that's not everything.
You need a Suburban or something, you know?
It is not
Yeah.
everything. Watch the back.
Look at the back.
Oh,
And he's
man.
not even finished.
Wow.
No, I ain't even finished. I got them though.
Is that a Ridgeliner, Johnny?
That's what?
Ridgeliner?
That's the Santa Cruz.
Oh, Santa Cruz, the new ones. Nice.
Hold on one second. I'll get right back on.
Okay.
He got those animal crackers in there though.
Animal crackers in his soup.
Yeah.
He's got the animal cookies, animal kind of cookies. And he eats those all the time.
Wow.
Mhm.
Milk white.
Here comes Mark.
Yeah.
No, I went to Taco Bell. I go to this one Taco Bell every once in a while. About 3 times a month, and it's always the same girl that's in the thing, right? So I
Yeah.
pulled up there today and I had 2 free tacos and I bought a $5 meal. So I ordered everything. And she sat there and she looks over at me and she goes, "You're the guy that flies the drones, right?" Because I had the drone shirt on all the time when I go through it. I said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
She goes, "That must be fun." I said, "Yeah, it is." And she sits there and she says, "Well, here's the meal. Hold on a minute." She says, "Can you pull up there and just wait up there for me? I'll be right there in a minute." I said, "Okay." So I pull up there. She walks up to me. I thought I was on YouTube, man. Because,
No,
hey, Johnny,
I had a phone call.
I went to get the Taco Bell, right? And I
Yeah,
went to the one by Walmart.
yeah.
And every time I go to that one, I got the same girl. And she's about, like mid-20s. And she's in the winter, black hair, pretty girl.
Yeah.
So I thought I was on YouTube on this one. I really did. So I had the $5 meal and 2 tacos. So she says, "You're the guy that flies the drones." Because she saw my shirt. I had the commercial drone shirt on. I said, "Yeah." She goes, "It must be fun, huh?" I said, "Yeah, it is." Like that. And she goes, "Well, let me get you to pull up. We'll bring you here's this, and I'll get you the rest of it in a minute." So she comes up there and she comes prancing out. That's pretty prancing out. And she says, "Here, you got 2 tacos." Like this. I said, "Yeah, it's 2 tacos." She goes, "You like tacos?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes, I got tacos. Like that. And I said, "What?" She goes, "What?" Turns around, walks off.
She was telling you she's got a taco you could have.
Yeah,
And
tacos
she said that, and I was thinking, "What?" And I'm looking around for a camera. I said, "What the shit?"
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be on the Channel 17 news.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
He'll be on Channel 8
What?
News.
But I said, "What?" And she turned around, smiled, and went, "What?"
Man,
Now Joe's gonna go there every day now.
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm staying away from that.
Are you gonna look when you go in, she says, "You're the guy that flies," and you say, "You're the one with the juicy taco."
I'm not going back, Johnny. I mean, either way, I'm not going back, Paul. Not going back.
I think she opened the door and
They got another Taco Bell down the street. I'll go to that one.
She made your day, Joe, didn't she?
yes, she did.
No, I was looking around town. I was in Covington, looking around for a camera.
Okay. All right. Moon wants to go out.
What's gonna happen? He's gonna go let Boone out, right? Boone's gonna push him out and lock the door and come back in.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Oh shit. Paul is speaking through the window. Let me in. Let me in.
Joe, is it raining there?
No,
Yeah, it's slowing down now, but I know they calling for some, I don't know. I know they canceled a track meet today, Bailey had. That was a Southern Miss though.
They canceled everything on the Irish Channel Parade in New Orleans, and they could have had it.
Yeah,
New
I mean,
Orleans hasn't got anything.
I know. It looks, I hope this gets all out of here when I'm pulling out Monday morning, you know?
Well, it's supposed to come through all the way through Monday.
I know. I hate leaving. Well, I ain't leaving till about 10, so might
It's
be
gonna
out.
be on, you might have to go through it anyway, because it's supposed to follow all the way to the East Coast.
Yeah, it should be ahead. I hope. I don't know. You know how they do. It's been
They
lately.
don't.
They've been saying. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get some rain. I'm looking at it on radar, but you know how that is.
Yeah. Because they said that we were gonna get it overnight till about 11 this morning. I had sunshine here from all morning. New Orleans did the same thing. They didn't get in.
I know we got a
I
funeral.
know that bad.
We got a funeral that'll probably be getting there in a few minutes, and they gotta use a lift to put it up in the mausoleum. So man, they might have to wait till I don't know. Dominic,
Yep.
what's up?
Oh, not much. It's Sunday morning here. The last
Oh,
Sunday of
Can you tell me
daylight
what
saving.
numbers? You ought to be able to tell me what numbers came in last night at the lottery. Then.
Yeah.
Which
Oh, we.
Well, I mean, if it's Sunday there and it's Saturday night here, I mean, you know, you ought to be able to look it up.
Yeah.
wish that would work.
I'll split it with you, Dominic.
Well, Dominic, when you ride around in the tram in the daytime, you ever stop at Taco Bell and have a girl offer you her taco?
No.
They don't have a Taco Bell.
We got Taco Bill.
Oh, you don't want
They got dingo bells.
yeah, Dingo Bill.
Yeah, probably.
Dingo
Yeah.
bells.
You don't want that one, Dominic.
No.
Dude.
Not dingleberries, dingle bell.
Yeah. No, thanks.
Man, I'll tell you what, Joe, did you hear my Popeyes experience the other night?
No.
So I ain't ate Popeyes in about 2 years. So I said, man, I'm going to get, so I went down there and two of the workers were like by the door, just hanging out outside. So I said, I'm going to go in because they had a couple of cars in the drive thru. So I go in there. Not one person tells me hello. Not one person says nothing. I stand up there at the counter for 3 or 4 minutes. So they had a lady in front of me, and this lady behind the counter is wrapping the stuff up for the lady. A big bag. I'm talking on a big, like a grocery type bag.
Right.
And she gets the bag and walks outside. And the lady goes, well, she tells me, she said, that's my order. So I heard her go out there and say, hey, where are you going? I'm standing right here. So I hear her get mad and she leaves. I don't know if she must have not paid for it yet or something. So then, man, nobody's ever told me nothing. So I go outside and get my truck. So I said, well, you know what? Screw this. So I went through the drive-thru. They never came and answered the drive thing for 3 or 4 minutes. So I left.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. I've got Popeyes about 2 weeks ago. It was the I think it was the 3 pieces for $5.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going.
Yeah, I got one piece that was like a freaking brick. Been there all day. I brought it back and I said, how am I supposed to eat this? And they gave me another piece, but that thing was like a freaking brick. It was all dried up.
Wow.
Johnny knew
See,
this. He
Johnny?
hit the wrong button.
Johnny
Yeah.
disappeared.
He's got
Oh,
a spot
fun.
on his mouse that if he hits it, it knocks him off every time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At least that's what he says,
Dominic, how
Yeah,
was
he's
the
getting
air
antsy. He's
show?
ready to go.
Yeah, Ed wants to know, Dominic, how the air show was. You're on mute, Dominic.
Yeah, I think he's got a call or something. Hey, Dusty, what's up? He's got that funeral too, getting ready to happen over the way he works. He might have been getting a call. What we're gonna do because it's raining. Well, not gonna matter to the guy. Put him in there.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just like that guy going down the stairs.
Being drugged down the stairs.
I wish I could find that video to show y'all. The guy's
Oh,
down by the feet
you,
going doop,
you,
doop, doop,
you,
down the
you,
stairs.
you videotaped it?
No, somebody videotaped. It was in New
Oh.
Orleans.
Okay.
It was on the news.
Just like that? Wow.
And
That is so unbelievable.
it said mishandled the body. That's what the name of the thing.
Mm.
Hey, Dominic, Ed wanted to know how the air show went.
Oh, pretty good, yeah. It was good, but the interference trying to get a phone signal and trying to get on live, because I got on live for probably half an hour with Art, and the signal just kept kicking me off, or I couldn't hear properly. So it was fantastic. There was some great great fighter jets there. We had the F-35, the F-18 and F-16. The F-22s were sitting there, but I don't remember seeing them fly. But for a good hour and a half, I reckon they just there were two F-18s, an F-16, and two F-35s just buzzing around.
So there wasn't any air crashes last night?
No, not today, thankfully.
Nice.
There was one on Friday, and it was an old
Biplane, you said, right?
yeah, it was an old biplane. And yeah. So hopefully he's okay. He was in a serious but stable condition.
Yeah, that's
So
what
we'll
she
see
said. He
about
was in serious condition.
Yeah, serious. It's been they said yesterday, 24 hours after, it's serious but stable. So here's hoping.
So he,
Yeah, kind of sucked.
So that's good.
Yep.
Man, did you guys watch those videos from Thailand? That earthquake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
scary.
they had a
Eh?
bad earthquake.
That building that
that
fell down.
building
They're
had
working on.
about 80 people in it or something.
Or those two buildings that were together with the walkway? That's
Yeah.
Man. Even those people in the swimming pool and the water was came off the building. Holy
Yeah,
smokes.
the two buildings swaying like that.
Yeah.
The one that got me. I'll stick to hurricanes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, I would imagine any earthquake, if you're in a tall building, isn't a lot of fun.
Oh no.
But if they've got torsioners under it like they do in Taiwan, you can survive and get a bit of shake. Because
I was in once. It was a 5 something maybe in Anaheim. We felt it in Anaheim, but it was up in Apple Valley area, the main center of it. But it was 5.8 maybe, and the house that we were in, the apartment we were in, the bedrooms were stilted over the parking spaces. So they up on stilts, like on pylons.
Yeah.
And I can remember when it hit, we were going side to side like this, and we were actually doing this. I could see the walls moving like that coming towards me. The kids were in the other room. And now where my mother-in-law was my daughter, the two boys in the other room, and my wife's telling me, go check on the boys. I said, I can't get out the bed. I could not get out the bed. It was rolling me back and forth, right?
Wow.
And I looked over there. I could see them. They were sleeping. Never even woke up.
Wow.
And my mother-in-law's room, it was doing exactly opposite of what we were doing.
Yeah, we had one about 3.5 years ago. It was a 6. And thankfully, the epicenter was in the middle of BFE, middle of absolute nowhere. Yeah, thankfully, because if that had hit closer, there would have been a lot more damage. All the only damage we got was one one business, what was it? Probably a burger shop just mostly collapsed. And that was the only, no casualties, and only one building got stuck. But yeah,
My brother-in-law lived in Apple Valley, and my other brother-in-law was there with him visiting. And he was, let's see, trying to think. And I think he was like 6'3", about 265, 275 weightlifter, right? Big heavyset guy.
Mm.
And he opened that door to see what was going on. That door came back and slapped him, knocked him back in the house. It actually knocked him in the house, knocked him down.
the funny thing, I was actually, I was on, a mate of mine called me about a minute earlier, and we're just chatting about, shit that was happening that day, later in that day. And then, just as we're talking, the house started heavily rattling. It was like when one of those big freight trains or a big truck goes past you and things start rattling. And then he said, "Did you feel that?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, it can't have been a truck driving by." And then I rushed outside. I know I shouldn't have, but I just rushed outside and had a look. And then, you go on social media and everybody's saying, "Oh, this and this happened." And that was the talking point for the rest of the day.
Wow.
I'll show you how big this guy is. I'm talking about guy. Watch.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah. That door
He got
went
big
out,
spike.
came back, hit him, knocked him back in the house.
Eh,
really?
Yeah, he's big. He worked for me, like Baby Depot. He didn't have a job. He came out to California to get a job, right? And they were trying to find something. I looked at him. I said, "Guy, I got a question for you. How would you like to work for me? I could use a guy. Basically, I'll teach you the products. So you might have to sell some products, but you'll be my warehouse guy." And I said, "You'll be on the floor to help people, but primarily is you bringing the stuff out the cars and making sure they get them and everything's safe. And when the trucks come in, you putting the stuff away." He said, "Sure." So I gave him a good start and pay, everything. Now that was all family deal, right? Brought him in. I had to tell him, start using the cart, please. Because one day he had a 5-door chest on his shoulder, walking out the store with it to put in somebody's car.
On his shoulder?
5-drawer chest.
Wow.
Yeah, he just picked it up, stuck it on his shoulder like this, had it, and he had a crib under his arm walking out the store. The manager of the store called me and said, "Please tell him to use the cart." I said, "You really don't need the cart, but okay." That's how strong he was.
Wow.
We'd have the lifts to bring back, to take the dressers off the 3rd tier. He'd reach up there, grab them, just balance them down and put them down. Strong mother freaker. He stayed there for a long time. Then he went to work for the bus company with the other brother. And I think that's what he's still doing. But that's a recent picture of him. You can see how big he is. And he's got to be, man, he's got to be in his 50s.
Good afternoon, TJ.
TJ.
Good goals.
Hey, TJ.
TJ.
Oh, I can give him some crap.
Oh,
I
TJ.
can give him some crap. They got a picture of him lifting the red big plates that my son did 4 on each side,
Yeah.
and he looks like he's struggling with 3.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell Justin, I'm gonna say, "Call your uncle Guy and say, that's all you can do." I'd like to see them go at it and see who's the best. Hey, look. It actually looks like he's struggling here. And Justin had 4 of them.
Whoa.
And you're talking about as long as I've known him, it's always been weights. Always been about weights.
TJ's home, he says. I'm home now, y'all.
Yeah.
Kind of slow out here tonight. I didn't see anybody else on. Not that you guys aren't enough. I'm just saying it's just kind of slow.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, you know how it is, Joe, right?
No, I know.
Oh, looks like they've got nice weather in Texas today.
Well, that's great.
Yeah,
Yes.
we got all that freaking weather.
Yesterday it was awful. They had thunder and lightning and rainstorms. They had to cancel the golf for half of the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That didn't go over too big with you, did it?
Well, they just showed some other golf from somewhere else.
Because I know you're a big golf fan.
Yeah, they just showed somebody else's golf.
You know, I think they ought to get a new golf course and call it the Golf of Golf of America.
Right.
End of September's the big one.
Mm.
What's that one? The Masters?
No, the Masters is in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Mm.
No, it's the Ryder Cup.
Oh, the Ryder
Yep.
Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where they play in teams, right?
Yeah, America versus Europe.
I thought that was for horsey.
Well, yeah, because now the guy's name was Ryder. It isn't that they're not
Samuel,
they're not
Samuel-
going they're not going down the course. Yeah. Yeah.
oh, yeah, they do. Yeah. Samuel Ryder. Back in 1927, I believe.
27, 28 or somewhere in that. Yep, you're right. Back in the olden days.
Okay, DJ, you go relax. I know you had a hard day at work.
Yeah, because I could tell he's tired because he put all right, guys. Gonna bounce for now. Just wanted to stop in by and say, hey, long day today at the salt mine. I'll see y'all in the morning. Okay, TJ, you have a good evening now.
Don't burn the spaghetti.
Yeah.
Sound like an excuse, TJ. That's the matter with the young kids nowadays. It's too soft.
Yeah.
Mm.
You tell him, Joe.
So DJI is suing the Department of Defense
For what?
because they put them on that Chinese drone list,
Yeah.
and they're trying to say that we have proven that we're not a military company and you're hurting our business, so they're suing them to try to reverse all of this because they said that even your Department of Defense now is paying triple the cost for drones that aren't as good.
Well, here's what I'm wondering. Did the Department of Defense ban DJI drones?
And for use, their use. And a
The
lot of
government-
states are banning DJI drones for their use, not for our use, for their use. But eventually they're trying to trickle it down to us.
Well, I won't live long enough to see that happen.
And it might be a couple of years, Paul.
That's what I'm saying.
It might not even be that long.
Yeah, could be the end of the year, actually. Because they got that thing buried in the bill that it goes into effect even if they don't do a study on it. So that I think DJI is going to tie them up for a little while,
Yeah.
and they're going to they could win because there's a lot of studies that have come out. Even the Department of Defense came out years ago and said they didn't do anything.
Yeah, but what use is them taking them to court and winning when Trump will just overturn the judge's decision?
Trump's not going to. Trump, just watch.
Well, you guys can always come to Canada and fly your drones.
Mm.
If that happens.
Yeah.
And it seems to me that Trump's been taking no notice of any judges so far.
Well, we're getting a
with-
lot of
with-
stuff reversed.
With the way that the judiciary's been treating him over the years, I can understand that.
It
I mean,
doesn't matter.
Joe Biden had all kinds of paperwork in his garage that was all classified, and
From when he was a senator, he wasn't supposed to have.
when he was a senator, he wasn't supposed to have any of that. Even when he was president, he had some, and the prosecutor says, well, he's not cognitive to
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
could be the president, but he's not cognizant enough
Yeah,
to be
that's
convicted
it.
on it.
He's not of sound mind to attend trial.
Right. So then why was he the president?
Well, you voted him in.
no.
I didn't vote him in.
I didn't vote him in either.
Somebody
Somebody
voted
did.
him in,
I'm
and
not saying
he
you
wasn't running the country. I
personally, but the
guarantee you.
majority of you must have.
Well, the thing of it
Wait.
is Joe's right. He wasn't running the country.
Wait
Jill
till they
and
find out all these auto pin signed
yeah,
pardons that he did. The Constitution says he's got to be even present for that. And if they could prove he wasn't, then null and void. They're gonna turn around and find out that all these people aren't pardoned. You know, they're working on it. Watch.
his wife Jill was sitting in the president's desk signing stuff.
In a cabinet meeting, she running the cabinet meeting.
Yeah,
Why was she wasn't elected? So what's the difference?
yeah.
Mm.
You know?
And his son was sitting in a cabinet meeting.
Oh yeah, he wasn't elected, and he had cocaine in the White House.
Yeah.
Guarantee that was just cocaine.
Just like Mark said, you guys voted for him.
Not me.
Not me. And the theory is, Ed, we're not really sure who voted for him because records are so bad.
Yeah, I know. I'm only joking.
Yeah, but then again,
Yeah, I
whose
know.
fault is that?
Well, it didn't happen the second time, did it?
It doesn't matter who gets into all crooks anyway.
Yeah.
I'd rather have somebody in there that's like a billionaire that don't need the money. You know what I mean? Then somebody goes in there with $40,000 and 4 years later has 10 million. And he only gets $400,000 payment. So where'd that come from?
From a special account.
Yeah, I guarantee you. The big guy.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, what about all this thing about Gaza? He wants the Palestinians being relocated from out of there so that they can build a big holiday resort there. I wonder why.
No, that's an issue between two country, two tribes. I'm going to use,
That's what it is.
Well,
and
and the thing
that's
of
an
it
issue
is,
between those two, and I'm not getting involved in either of them.
is that area is prone to tourism. They're not getting any tourism now, so that means they're
Yeah.
not getting any
Yeah, but-
money.
Whose hotels do you think are going to go there?
And who do you think is going to pay for the hotels to be built there?
All the other countries that he's asking for money for to build it.
Then
As I
they'll be
said,
part
Everybody
of
be
it.
this is a-
involved.
I think this is a topic that there is no answer and no one's going to win.
I agree.
Very probably.
Boone, stop, will you? Go lay down.
Dominic sits on that fence, boy, I tell you.
I'm just tired of
I
listening.
understand.
I'm tired of listening to both sides of this argument and trying to see why both are justifying each other's
Yeah.
belief.
I think everybody needs to sit back, get out of the way, let them do what they're gonna do, and in 4 years
Yeah.
say, wow, you know?
Yeah.
Watch.
Meddling in the politics of other countries is not sound. We've got so many problems in our own backyard, but we're more interested in other people's problems.
Yep.
Well, at least in 4 years' time, he can't go back in again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the way the Democrats are doing right now, I guarantee it's gonna be somebody like Vance next.
Yep.
And then it was about 12 years, 13 years, it's gonna be Barron Trump. Don't be surprised.
Yep.
As soon as he hits 35 years old.
And that's one of the good things about American politics is there's an age demographic that you have to be before, which is all right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
But
should
at
be
the
a
other
high-
end,
there
on
should be
the
a
other
higher
end, they don't
as
have
well.
one.
yeah, at the other end, they should.
Like if
This-
you can't be president of the United States or elected president of the United States and at the age of 78 or 80, you know?
Yeah,
I
they
would
should
have
have
said, I would have said they should cap the higher limit at retirement age, which is
our
65,
prime ministers.
65,
our prime,
7,
both-
something like that.
yeah, both prime minister and opposition leader are in their 60s. Actually, that's incorrect. They're late 50s. Because we've got an election coming up on the 3rd of May.
But
And
we got one too on April.
yeah,
We haven't.
no, you've just had yours.
We might have a council election in May, but that's about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, our council elections are in October.
So Texas is trying to ban police drones.
Hmm.
Now that doesn't make sense to me. Because it's just, how is somebody trying to pass it through? There should be enough people in there that could kill this thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, Vic put out this thing. He said, share this video with everybody you can. He said, it's gonna make a big difference if it passes.
Mm-hmm.
Boone's gonna drive me crazy going in and out.
Just, that's why you gotta figure a way to get them out, let them go in and out of the door.
Well, as soon as it gets warmer, it's only 35 degrees here. So I got the door
Like I
cracked
said-
open. He's going in and out, in and out. And in the
Well, he's good.
meantime, all that cold air is coming in my house.
Well, you have to put that thing up you don't like. And
Well,
teach him
he-
how to go in and out.
He won't go in that. Because
I bet you if
the
you go
thing
in
is,
and
the
out with
thing is
him-
that thick and it's heavier than hell. You don't just nudge it. You got to take your head and whack it out of the way.
And he'll learn.
Uh-huh.
But he wants to go in and out. He's good.
Oh, man. It's another Saturday night.
Yep.
Yep,
Um,
it is.
Joe, you know that app for the women's basketball? There's one.
No, I didn't do it yet.
There's one for
I got it still ready. I could do it.
There's one for the boys college basketball as well, and one for all baseball, whether it be high school, minor league, college, everything.
Oh, I'll tell you what I did, Joe. I went down to go catch a ship, right?
Yeah.
So I decided, well, I checked the wind, nothing going on. I took the Neo down. So I
You don't have
sit there
deal.
and wait for the ship, wait for the ship, wait
Now
for the,
that must have been difficult because you haven't got a Neo.
no, not a Neo, the flip. So I wait for the ship, wait for the ship, wait for the ship, wait for the ship, and the ship gets in the channel, and I get out and I go to launch it, and it says, "You are not registered." What?
You weren't signed in.
So I had to try and sign in. I couldn't get signed in, so I came home all pissed off.
Now, I don't understand why you weren't signed in. You flew it before.
Yep. I don't understand either. So I came home, sat it here, dinked around with it for a few minutes, and all of a sudden it started working. So the only thing I'm thinking in the back of my head is, even though I can see the ships on my screen, on down there, if maybe the internet link isn't working down there for the drone to talk back and forth.
Well, internet link should be working from like a hotspot, like your phone.
It
Or
could
something like
very
that.
well be that he's not set the hotspot up on his phone.
That sounds like it.
How do you do that?
You have to turn it on in settings.
Yeah, you
There's
gotta
your
go in
remote-
settings and turn
Your
it on.
remote controller is not connected to the internet unless it connects through your phone.
So I go to settings, okay?
Yeah, that should say hotspot.
Personal
You should have it
hotspot.
turned on or off.
Yeah.
Personal hotspot.
That's Android. That's Android.
Yeah.
There'd be settings. There'd probably be something in the it's probably under the word tether, I think.
Apps,
It's-
device care, digital well-being, advanced features, Google, accounts and backup, safety, emergency, local.
Like I said, I don't know it either. It's gonna be something somewhere in there. Cause mine's under settings and it'll say personal hotspot.
Yeah.
So you guys are saying every time I go fly with my Mini 3 Pro, I have to put the hotspot on this? on my phone?
No, only if you want to see the maps.
Yeah, only if you want to see the maps.
Is that why I don't get, like, it's not showing me on the app, like when I open the app, like if I open the app right now,
Could
it
be.
doesn't show me how many times I went flying, how many kilometers I went.
Okay, here's what it says. Mobile hotspot, Bluetooth tethering is
Mobile
off.
hotspot.
It is
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, you
Turn it
need
on.
to turn it on.
Then you need to set up a name for it and a password, and then you need to connect your remote controller to it.
Yeah.
Here's what it did is I tried to turn it on and it didn't because it says mobile hotspot uses your mobile data connection. Your Wi-Fi connection will be turned off. To share your Wi-Fi connection instead, turn the Wi-Fi sharing on.
That's you don't want to do the Wi-Fi set sharing because when you're down at the river, your phone is not on Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It's on mobile data.
And you're unlimited, right?
Yeah. It's on Wi-Fi. It's it's hotspot, which is mobile data.
Here's the choices I have right up here. If I click on the top line, you see it says
Just read it. We can't see it.
mobile hotspot. It's got a slide thing. It's off.
Turn it on.
Right.
Right below it, it says Bluetooth tethering. That's off. Sharing your phone's internet connection using Bluetooth. That's off.
No, you want
US
hotspot, turn it on.
USB tethering is off, and
Mm.
Ethernet tethering is off.
Yeah.
Well,
You only
don't
want
bother about the
hotspot
Ethernet,
tethering.
don't bother about the USB. But turn the Bluetooth and the hotspot on.
It won't let you. As soon as I do that, it says turn off Wi-Fi.
Well, yeah,
Mobile turn off the Wi-Fi. Mobile hotspot uses your mobile data connection. Your
Yeah.
Wi-Fi connection will be turned off.
turn.
Share
Yeah,
your Wi-Fi connection.
Then do it.
It still don't make sense because mine don't.
Turn the Wi-Fi off.
Doesn't make any
I
sense.
don't know. It's
You do not
Android.
want it
Android.
to attach to
I can't
Wi-Fi.
comment.
You're creating a hotspot where your remote controller is connecting to the phone by Wi-Fi.
See, as soon
The
as
phone is using its
Hey, Mark.
mobile data.
Mark, wait a minute. As soon as I say, yeah, connect to the hotspot.
Yeah.
He comes up and wants me to pay money to join the hotspot.
What?
Shouldn't do.
Well, it does.
Should
Free.
Hotspotting your phone shouldn't unless it's
cost you
an
money.
Android. I don't know. But I do the hotspot thing with my phone all the time, but mine's an Apple.
Mobile hotspot, turn off. Mobile hotspot uses your mobile data connection. Your Wi-Fi connection will be turned off. To share
Yes.
your Wi-Fi connection instead, turn on Wi-Fi sharing.
No, you're not.
You don't.
but
That's no good to you.
It's no
It's
good
no
for you
good
because
for
you
you
don't have
because-
Wi-Fi down there.
You don't have Wi-Fi down there. You've only got mobile data.
So anyway, I don't know.
Unless you can park next to a McDonald's and use their Wi-Fi, you won't have
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, the only thing you need the Wi-Fi for is to have a hotspot for is so that you get the maps loaded to your controller.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's
But
what you do first.
Yeah, but see, where I am right now is this phone is linked to my internet.
Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you go down there, it's not. So that's
Yeah,
why
Your
you don't have
Wi-Fi your Wi-Fi is only relevant to your house.
Yes.
That's why you put a hotspot on. It's off your 5G, and it runs off your data, which you said is unlimited, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't have an issue there. It's not going to cost you anymore.
Well, as soon as I said yes, it says, okay, call this number. There's gonna be service charges.
Don't know.
No, I don't know that. I don't understand that. Hotspot
Alright.
ought to come with it.
That's your service provider then that's causing that.
Well,
Verizon.
Verizon shouldn't be doing that. So you might have the same issue. Have you flown with that phone, the Air 2S down there?
No.
You might have the same issue.
Well, the Air2S uses the RC1 anyway. The Flip uses the RC2.
Yeah, but it still might have an issue with connecting if he's not getting the hotspot. He might have had the hotspot before.
Hi, Brenda.
Honestly, I don't understand.
Hello,
Yeah.
Brenda.
But you've
Okay.
you've got to be careful though, because the Flips just had an update, and apparently it's screwing things up. So don't do it. The Mini 4 Pros just had an update as well, and that screwed things up.
Ah.
Not for me, because I didn't do it.
Hmm.
Hey, Brenda, how you doing?
I'm trying to think of why you wouldn't be getting all your flights on there. It should be on the app, the DJI app. Should be going right to it.
Yeah, look, hold on, I'll change the camera and show you.
It should be if you've registered the drone in your name to,
Yeah,
to your DJI account, and that your DJI account is logged in on your Fly app, then you should be getting your flight data.
like I'll go to DJI app,
Yeah.
I click on it, I go to profile, and it's showing.
Okay, you got several different choices there. What are they?
Yeah, hit that on. What is the next button on it? Where it's got the numbers with the flights.
Yeah,
Underneath there, there's one button underneath. I can't remember what that is. I'll look at it. I think it's
it's
profile.
this one. It shows nothing.
Yeah, that's where that's where it's supposed to show you your stuff right there.
Yeah, it shows nothing.
I don't know. I don't know why
Yeah,
you're
that's-
doing that.
So he's not sharing his Wi-Fi either.
Check on the controller menu that you've got cache turned on.
Check for what? Sorry.
Check in the settings under controller.
Yeah.
Make sure your cache is turned on.
Now I'm always on a hotspot when I'm flying, so it may be why. And it automatically picks it up. But it's all on mine. For some reason, it's not communicating that with the drone.
It's supposed to save the flight data on the controller.
Yeah.
Oh, I just said in my headsets. Oh no.
You might have to contact DJI with that. We'll look on the forum. Something will probably tell you. I don't know. I still can't figure out how to get the information off of the RC2. See, that's a RC2 you're talking about too, right? With the antennas.
No.
Yeah.
Nope, just a regular one.
Oh, it's a regular one. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that one should have all the flight data in it. Once you
Yep.
plug it in the computer, it should be on the flight data. Should be able to go into
Yeah.
that real easy.
Yeah, it does. It shows.
So it's all on there. Yeah.
It just doesn't show on the app on the phone.
The phone has to be plugged into a controller, I think, to do it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have a hotspot. Once it hotspots, it'll run
No,
it back
not-
to the phone.
Not a hotspot. the data.
Well, that'll
The
connect
data
it.
is stored on the controller, so you have to have the phone connected to the controller.
And you can do that too.
Okay, I'll check it tomorrow. It's supposed to be nice tomorrow to go flying.
Yeah, I'll do some research to try to figure it out. Because if it's you're getting all your flights on the controller, you just got to get it back.
Yeah, into the
Yeah.
app. Yeah.
The drone is registered in your name. It's not, you didn't buy it second hand of somebody else, and it's still on their account.
No, it was brand new. I bought it at Best Buy, brand new.
Right. Because when you buy a second hand one, if it's still registered to somebody else's account, you can't take it off that account. Only they can.
No, I bought it.
Okay.
Bought it
Um,
Time to
brand-
go shopping.
and it saves all the flight data to their account instead of yours.
No, I bought it brand new, and then when I smashed the little light on the arm, when I sent it back, they sent me this one, the
Right.
new one.
Okay.
So Dominic,
Yep.
you dropped off.
No, I'm back.
How many minutes do you think it's going to take
So,
for Art's show to be in the gutter tonight? I'm saying
Probably
18.
private. Art was last night. Uncle
It
Bill
depends-
is on
it
tonight.
Oh, it's Uncle Bill's tonight. Yeah. Oh, 7 minutes.
No, it completely depends on whether Lon's on from the beginning or not.
Yeah,
I'm saying 7 minutes
yeah.
because it won't take long. Art was in the gutter in 20 minutes.
I didn't
I
watch
missed the
that.
first. Well, I missed the first half hour because I couldn't get on.
I was that knackered. I just went to bed before midnight.
Well, you've got daylight saving coming up, Mark.
Yeah. Halfway
Couple
through,
of
Go
hours.
check out this fish.
that's
Nice.
it. Halfway through Bill's show at 2 a.m, it becomes 3 a.m.
Yeah.
That's
We'll
a
have that next
big
week.
perch.
Yeah,
Look
it
at the
is.
size of the fish.
This time next week.
Perch.
Not,
I've seen them big, but I've seen them bigger than my hand, but not that big.
not the size of mine.
No, yeah,
You say that's a perch?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a crappie. It's the same family. Just it's a
Crap.
sockeye. They get bigger.
They're
Crappie.
cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah, because down south they call them crappies, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
a perch pike hybrid is called a zander.
A Zanda.
Yeah, zander.
Zanda.
It was introduced into the Norfolk Broads. It's a Dutch origin fish. But we've got them down there. They're bigger than a perch and smaller than a pike.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
This is what you got to teach your puppy to do, actually. But
He just came in from outside. Now he walked past me and now he's headed back outside again.
he's just lazier. That's all he does.
How old is he?
Good.
He's 9.
See, he's not a puppy.
Look, Teddy. Who's that?
I told mine earlier. I said, "Let me finish these pictures." So when I finish these pictures, I'm gonna come get on the ground and we can go face to face. So as soon as I finished the pictures, I laid down on the ground and she put her face down and slid it all the way over and got right next to me like that and stayed there. She got face to face with me.
So she knows the meaning of FaceTime.
Yep. And then right before I came on, let me show you this picture. Tell me if they don't have the light. Watch. This is next to my desk. Got one right here, one right here, one right here.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Tell me that's not Paul. Look at that.
I've got the dog lying on
One,
Oh,
two,
yeah.
and 3.
I got a
Okay,
dog.
and normally this is Tino's spot right here in the chair. He's usually over in the chair.
Oh, she's hairy.
I've got
That's
the dog.
his favorite spot.
The dog's asleep on the couch next to me on my left, and the cat's asleep on my laptop on the table next to the couch on the right.
What's the big white one?
That's Loki. That was my daughter's.
He's like twice the size of the other one.
No, it's actually, he's got longer legs, but he's the same height.
No, I'm talking in the black one.
The black
Oh,
one
the
must
black
be a
one,
Chihuahua.
that's a Pomeranian Chihuahua.
Chihuahua, yeah, that's.
Yeah, Pomeranian Chihuahua, full Pomeranian, Pomeranian Maltese.
Rescue teams from China providing specific search and rescue operations. India and Russia have also sent resources. President Trump has vowed to send aid.
But shoot, they got the life.
London.
Detroit police are asking for your help to find a rideshare driver. This entire was caught on camera. Earlier this month on Detroit's east side onto Shire.
Yeah, Tino's over in his chair right now, I think. I can't see him. He might be a little by the door. But I got Loki right here and Cleo right here next to me. I see him. You sleep?
Oh man, I'm so tired. I got a hockey game at 6:30. I'm so tired.
We got off this morning. I put those pictures together. I had those pictures finished by 11:15. I'm trying to contact the coach to see if he was available today. I'd have brought him to him today. So they might have been at a meet or something. I haven't heard anything. Yeah, we have lightning 8 miles from them.
Why are they not on spring break there?
I couldn't tell you. I think last
That'd be
week was
fun.
spring break for the schools.
Here the kids start on Monday.
Yeah, because they had their senior trip last week, so it might have been spring break. All I know is this week I got to go touch base with the coach, find out when his spring game is going to be.
Do you go take pictures too for like the professionals baseball team?
No. I could if they needed me, but if they needed me to do it, there's none around here though.
They got plenty of people to do that, right?
Oh yeah, they got their own. That's when the advocate goes to all the guys in New Orleans that the ones that have been with them for 40 years, 50 years.
Oh, okay.
I've only been with them for about 10 with the advocate. But they do call me for stuff that they don't call in for. Because like I've been asked if I wanted to do the Saints. No. I don't. I don't want to have to be over there at 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning, and leave there at 5 in the afternoon. It's like they'd have to get the pictures back to them in 30 minutes. It's like at least I have an editor that he tells me as long as it's in by 2 in the morning, he's happy. Because he said he don't go to sleep till about 3 in the morning on Fridays because he's got to get everything together. If the game ends at 9:30, 10 o'clock is usually the times. By the time I can get home, and the first thing I do is his pictures, I can have them 30 minutes after I'm home, ready to go.
So is it just a
Because I
week?
already basically know the pictures I'm sending in.
Is it just a weekly job?
What do you mean?
Sometimes it's 5
The
days a week.
paper, is it a daily or a weekly?
Well, the one I work for primarily is a weekly.
Yeah.
But they also affiliated with NOLA.com. That's daily. That's on the internet. So I could shoot 5 days in a week, and I put them in at night, and they're in that night.
Yeah.
They'll show up that night. And then they'll take all of those pictures I put in all week and put it in the paper Wednesday. Because the last week, I think it was 2 weeks ago, shoot, I had 11, 12 pictures in the one weekly paper because of what I was shooting.
And how do they pay you per picture?
Per game.
Yeah.
It used to be per picture, but he's going out with a flat rate now that's actually more than I was making. So I don't mind that, you know. And now he's actually, they're telling me if I got to travel for something, they'll add another $2,500 for the travel.
Oh yeah, you should be able to claim expenses.
Yeah, plus,
Yeah, to cover the gas.
travel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should be able to claim mileage and food.
yeah, that covers it all. That's good because I don't go anywhere unless I'm going up north. That's going to cost me more than $25.
Mm.
And then if I got to shoot a game like that and I'm going up there, I'm making money off the parents anyway. It's covering me. And then they're going to pay me more than they were paying me down here to do that one game, you know, especially if it's like last year, that was a big game. It was a semifinal. I went to that 5-hour drive, 5 hours back.
Mhm.
Yeah, I stopped on the way, flew my drone over the Mississippi River, by Natchez, Mississippi, by the bridges. Then I went up, and I had time. I could have stopped. If I have to go to do that route again, I'm going the same route, fly the same thing, but I'm going to stop all the way up there because they've got a bunch of farms that are right off the edge of the road. They got right on the edge of the roads. I could stop right there. It's not an interstate; it's a highway I could stop by. There's enough place to pull off that have brand new silos, big silver silos for their grain and everything. I'll even look at that. I almost stop on the way up there because that would be even good flights. Farmland like that. And they got one red roof Pizza Hut in Faraday up there. It's still a buffet. So if I go back that way, I'm gonna take pictures of that too. I just didn't have I didn't know the time it was going to take me to get there. And I was watching time more than I was watching anything. And I had about 2 hours once I was there before I needed to be there. So I had a couple more stops I could have done.
Mhm.
I'm actually thinking about just going up there in the summertime, that same route, because it's about 2.5 hours to what I want to do and come back 2.5 hours just to fly all that little area up there. I could go to West Monroe, Louisiana, and fly over Duck Dynasty, their property.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Duck Dynasty doesn't get the shop up there.
Catch Mr. Sai.
So I'd be a mess. He would be a mess.
I love that show, man.
No. Wait now. Yeah, I almost see that was another plan. I was going to go up there when I went to Western Washita. It was a little further down the year before for softball, and my plan was going up early to go there and go do a tour of the place. And I had the time to do it, but I said, no, I don't feel like it now. After that 4-hour drive, I don't feel like stopping like that. I just went on to Western Washita. I got there right before the end of school. I was sitting there when the team showed up. And then I left right after they lost bad. You know, it was like, that's the only bad thing is when they, like softball and football, when you get into the top tier of that football, it's always up north. Always.
Always, huh?
Yeah. It's always a long drive.
Up and lay down.
Yeah, not giving anything. No. You don't need anything. Go look at your dish and see what I got. Go look in your dish. Oh. I don't have any bacon treats. Y'all eat them all. You're a bunch of pig. Yeah, I was gonna go to the store to get some of those today. I forgot. I was thrown off of my Taco Bell experience.
Hello, Deborah. I mean, Brenda.
There you go, Deborah again.
I don't know, man.
Randy's there too.
I got D stuck on my brain. I don't know why.
Deborah.
Sorry.
Randy says his mom was named the last 3 dogs puppy. He said it's a weird woman. My brother's favorite thing for his daughter and for his grandchild, for his wife is Sweetie. Hey, Sweetie. Hey, Sweetie. Aggravates the shit out of me. When I hear it, I was thinking, what a wuss. You know?
I said, you know, you got, I said love, I said pet, I said doll, you know, all these little nickname sort of things.
He'll be sitting there and his voice changes. What you want, Sweetie? I was like, slap a backhand him or something.
I'm like that sometimes.
Well, tomorrow the weather is thunderstorms all day.
That'll give you time to figure out how to hook your Wi-Fi hotspot up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Warren, Brenda, Randy.
Hi, Warren.
Hey, Warren.
Oh.
Warren is the male version of Gitchy. Both
Yep.
AI.
Yep.
Never see them, but they're there.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get somebody to go to South Florida this time. It's just gonna be anybody. Somebody they don't know is gonna walk up and say, "Hey, I'm Warren."
Yeah. I'm Warren, and we're all Warren.
Yeah. They have about 5 people walk up and say, "I'm Warren."
What's that?
That'd be
I'm
fine.
Brian, and so's my wife.
Yeah, I'm Brian. Brian, I'm Brian, and so is my wife.
Like in Newhart, the show Newhart. This is my brother Daryl and my other brother
Yeah,
Daryl.
and my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love that.
Okay, gentlemen and ladies, I'm gonna get going here. I got a
Hey,
hockey
Ed.
game.
Okay.
I got a hockey game at 6:30.
Oh,
Okay. Well, hope you win.
Yeah, it's the playoffs. I'm just
Yeah, good luck.
I'm just a Florida guy. When one guy cannot show up, they call me.
okay.
It's $20 I make, so it's okay.
What do you play?
Left wing.
Okay, I was a defenseman for years.
Oh, nice. I don't like this league because this league is a little bit. Some guys they're rough.
No, no.
They take out all their anger on the ice, right?
Yeah, all they want to do is drop their gloves.
Yeah.
So,
That's the one.
yeah, especially
There
the
you
team
go.
we're playing. Especially the team we're playing tonight. So hopefully I don't show up tomorrow morning over here with the
Show up tomorrow, you'll be missing a tooth and half your beard's gone. And
So
Oh, Biff.
when you go there, Ed, do you have to dress for it or do they?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I got it.
All about B5.
So you're
More,
pretty
more
much
B5, more B5.
you're just riding the bench for the most part?
No, I play.
Oh, okay.
I play. I'm a little bit out of shape, but I'll.
How many goals do you got?
Me?
Yeah. 4, huh?
4. But like I said, I'm a sub, so I only go when they need someone.
So in other
And
words, you
some-
got a call. That's why you're going?
Yeah, my brother called me last night
Okay.
asking me if I wanted to play, and I was like, okay.
Well, good for you.
But
Playing
sometimes
some
I,
off the bench.
sometimes I deny it. I say no, I don't want to go. But today, I feel like maybe.
what you got? Yeah.
Okay, guys, have a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, be careful.
Take
Say
care.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, we're down to 9 people watching. What do you think?
Well, maybe it's
That's
time to
okay.
go then.
I think
Yeah, Dominic's already called it.
Dominic wants to go. Okay,
Oh,
everybody.
thank you.
Hey, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again in the morning. Will you be?
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I gotta we'll see what time Johnny's gonna be on.
Okay. All right, everybody. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye for now.
Bye.